here with another episode of a series about making a 48. And today we are here with
Bill Johns.
Well, Bill, what got you into filmmaking?
I've done it since I was in high school, back in the
Good old days?
late 69s.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And we did a couple films for high school. We did the French newsreel, and I put shoes on my knees and walked around like Toulouse-Lautrec. And we shot that in I guess we had Super 8 by then. No, regular 8mm film. And then we'd sync it with the cassette player. And we just, we'd start the projector and the cassette player at the same time. And then, when they'd get out of sync, let's see, the sounds. Okay, hit the pause on the cassette player. Okay, now picture's in. Oh, stop the projector for a split second. It's a lot of fun.
Wow. Not as easy as today. It's just bumping it
a
over a little bit.
Yeah, a lot easier today. And then it stays in sync,
Yeah. And the cameras today also have internal cameras, so you can link up the two audios and look at the WAV files.
I don't actually use that because you can pretty easily see them on a timeline,
Okay.
So I just stick them. Or I'll slave it, if I have more than one camera.
So, out of your experience being a filmmaker, what do you prefer to do? Like documentaries, music videos, shorts, features? Do you have a preference? I know you do like some instructional stuff too.
Oh,
safety
that's
things.
the bread and butter,
Yeah.
That pays the bills.
Yeah.
A lot of that, yeah. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just I would certainly rather be making short films and features.
Sure.
And those are my favorites. A feature, of course, would be great. It's just so time intensive.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an indie filmmaker, it pretty much absorbs your life, whoever's making it. Because usually you're the director, the writer, the producer, you have to wear so many hats that, you got to be able to take the time to do it.
It's your vision, yeah. What about influences? Who influenced you, like as a filmmaker?
I'd have to go back to Star Wars and George Lucas.
Nice.
I saw it when it first came out, and it just really sunk the hook. Although, I go back as far as like watching Combat on TV with Vic Morrow, and I used to watch that show, and I loved that show, and that kind of got me interested in the visual media, But but Star Wars really sunk the hook, and we actually made a short sort of trailer for a film called Star Worse. Lucas may have done it better, but we've done it worse. Star Wars.
Got it.
It was pretty sad.
That Christmas episode that they did after the episode 4, they did a Christmas episode on TV. That was horrible.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was like, ours is better. No.
So, as far as the 48 goes, what primarily do you like to do as far as in a team for the 48? Do you prefer to be like a director? Do you prefer to be like the cinematographer, the writer? What do you prefer?
Well, I would probably like more to just write and direct, but the team that I was on, I ended up being cinematographer, sometimes running sound, and then editing. The first one I did for 48 with the Empty Light Pack group was I did the cinematography and the sound, and most of the sound, and then the editing. So I was up in the 48-hour period, though. I was up for 54 hours.
Wow.
With a nap of about 3 hours in the middle of that. So so I shot it, helped write it, edited it, and I didn't deliver it, thank goodness.
You've acted in a few too, then.
Fallen asleep, yeah.
So the ones that you've acted in, were you somebody else shooting that for you? Or was
that was the only 48 I think that I acted in was the one for Don Nottage, the coffee one.
Okay.
Can't remember the name of it. But anyway, that was kind of fun.
So, when you are behind the camera, do you storyboard? Or how do you keep track of your shots and what shots you want to get?
I have storyboarded for movies and features and stuff, but you know, a 7-minute video for 48, it's all in my head. You know, yeah. I mean, I'll storyboard and try to get the right angles and try to be as creative as possible within the frame of trying to get the story across. So.
Do you have a set way to do a 48 that works for you? Like as far as you specifically set this time to write, this time to shoot, and then this much time to edit, or do you just kind of wing it? Do you edit as you go?
Well, we usually have, going into it, we kind of have a few ideas, you know, just thrown around. And then whatever genre we get, we've usually got some kind of a basic idea of, oh, this might work for that, or this might work for that.
Got it.
And then pattern everything around the concept that they want, and the prop, and then, you know, all this stuff. So we actually do the writing and the shooting the first night.
You actually shoot the first night? Wow.
Yeah, we usually shoot Friday night, in the morning or whatever. Most of them have been at night. And then a couple of day scenes if we need some day scenes on Saturday. And then I edit, you know, like all day Saturday and Saturday night. And
so you save all the editing to the very end? Yeah. And then what about scoring? Do you score? Do you have a guy that does the scoring for you, or you just pull?
No, we pull, you know.
Yeah.
I have a subscription to Video Blocks.
Nice.
They have
yeah.
They have audio blocks, and so I've gotten a lot of nice stuff out of there. In fact, we scored a lot of Ratchet, Curse of Will Ratchet. We scored a lot of that off of those, and it really just dovetailed right into the movie. The guy who distributed it kept asking, "You sure you have rights to these? Because this is like, you know, this feels like you had it done for this, you know, and all this stuff." And I was like, "No, I've got the little paper that says that we have rights."
Wow. So. And you did you shoot BJ's 48?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like Cuyahoga.
The mighty Cuyahoga. We tried to get a real underwater shot.
Yeah.
But it was just so mucky and just, you know, I don't know how far, you know, and then once you get in there, you disturb all the mud. So I couldn't get a camera shot under there. So we actually did the underwater shot where he wakes up underwater. Did it in my bathtub.
Oh.
Yeah, I just laid the green screen in the bathtub.
Wow.
And then shot from above, and you know, you could see the water, and you know, and I had goldfish swimming behind him. You know, it's a split-second shot, but yeah.
Wow.
We got that done.
So you have actually a camera apparatus that can fit into the water because they go over your camera?
Oh, I do have. Yeah, I have. No, just a bag. You know, I'd have to hand hold it. It doesn't have a tripod mount or anything. But yeah, it was like $90. It's a waterproof, you know, visual bag. It's got a lens on the front, clear, you know, that you can replace because you're going to scratch it probably.
No, that's really cool.
So yeah, it worked out pretty good.
As far as doing a 48, from your experience, what are some like do's and don'ts, like that you could give advice to other teams, like that you learned, like bad experiences and good experiences for making the best 48?
Well, it works out pretty good. I mean, we end up, you know, we try to get good sound, you know, and you know, I usually use my shotgun mic. It gets really good sound. It's like, it's a $1,300 mic, so it should, you know.
Yeah.
And it's really clean, and you know, sound has become one of the actors in your videos and stuff. You know, if you have bad sound, then you know, it just screams amateur, or it screams, you know, it's like yeah. So between that and the camera work, we try to make it look as filmic as possible, more, you know, as a real movie. And the Panasonics, the GH4, GH5, whatever, they do have, the chip is just really got a nice contrast to it, a nice, just a nice hue to it and everything. I really like that. I don't have to do much with it. So I used to have to have my own film book, add the video, and mess around with all kinds of stuff to try to get it to look like film.
What about don'ts? What don't you want to do on a 48 weekend? It's horrible, like from your bad experiences.
Well, actually, no, my experiences have been pretty good. Like, well, with the Mighty Cuyahoga, I stayed away from the writing. I just shot it and edited it. But the other crew that I worked with, everyone was kind of a writer. There was a lot of suggestions and stuff, and a lot of stuff we did completely ad lib, or mostly ad lib. I did write the last one, The Cure. And I did write that one out, and
that was the hazmat suit one.
Yeah. I wrote that one because I just thought it just fit so well, and I won. I won best use of the prop.
Okay.
The basketball. We had this virus. He had inflated into a basketball and brought back from some other country or something, and so he pops a hole in it, squeezes it up into the vents of the house, and contaminates everybody.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
So you've also been a judge for the 48.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because you're the first person that I've interviewed that has been a judge.
Oh, yeah. I was a judge back, wow. How long has he been doing it?
Brian, 12 years.
I was early on, so I would say 8 or 9 years ago, probably. Wow. I was judge for about 3 years. And I liked it. I mean, we would get the videos,
how's that process work for people that don't know?
Well, now I'm sure it's all completely online, but I did have a DVD or Blu-ray. I think it was Blu-ray. But anyway, they gave me a disc that had all the films on it, and then I would watch them all and try and figure out which ones we liked. And then we would get together, and all the judges would get together after watching all the films, and then we get together and we talk it out as to who should get what and what, so we come up with our idea for that, of the awards.
Did you have like a checklist that said best actor, best?
Oh yeah.
And then what if you didn't know their name? What if you didn't know who the actor was or the actress was in the film? How do you put them down to say, I really like this person, but I don't know who this person is?
Oh, actually, I actually don't think I ran into that, because of course their names are in the credits.
Yeah.
As long as they say their name once, we'd figure it out. And I think...
So it was collaborative? Like, it was 3 judges total, right?
Yeah.
And then was Brian involved in the judging too? Or you had to report back to him and say, this is what we came up with?
Right. We would just, come up with our decisions and then, get them to him. I guess in the middle of that, they'd have the premiere, the showings, and then another showing of the winners.
Okay. So you had about 2 weeks to look those over?
To get together and do everything.
How many did you look at? Like 30?
Ooh,
maybe?
Yeah, there was about 30. I was just going to say that. About each time, it's right around 30, 20 something. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
They're only 7 minutes.
Was it hard being a judge and then going, you know what, I know these guys, or I don't know these guys?
No. Because between the 3 of us, I mean, even Ray, his girlfriend Christina was in one that we judged. And he was actually harder on her than me and Nick. I was like, I don't know, I think she did pretty good. That actually was pretty good. So we had to debate with him to even get some nominations. But no, between the 3 people, you usually have a pretty good consensus. I mean, none of us ever favored someone in particular and made it obvious that
Right.
So I think it was pretty fair.
Yeah, from what they've told me, everything's online now.
Yes,
So
right.
same
Sure,
like a
you
private
just
link
upload it all. Yeah, a lot easier.
So you're gonna be one of my judges when we finally get back to doing the.
Yeah, happy to do it.
So do you have if you could change one thing for the 48 to make it better, what would you change?
I don't know. It's been honed over 12 years. I guess it's
20 years. This is the big 20.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid, but no, I mean, I just wish we would have won some. We were always second. We were always runner up, and I was like, runner up, okay. And some of the ones that won, we were like, oh, okay, well, they had some gore in there. I guess that's what makes you win.
Back when I used to participate in them, I was on Johnny Woo's team when we were non-compete. So
yeah,
I always went into, no matter what, when I went on to other teams though, I always went into it as, we're just gonna have fun this weekend. You know?
Well, yeah.
I wasn't trying to win.
Yeah,
Just
we
wanted to
actually,
have fun.
the one we did, Sweetie Pie, was actually, that was a lot of fun. And Rufus was on set, and he was very funny. And that was just a treat.
The robot.
yeah.
I think that one and the rehab one, where they were the drug addiction or those were my favorite too. Yeah, Invention.
Yeah, and that one I really worked on the look of it too. I mean, really, I wanted to look really gritty.
Yeah,
gritty and stuff. Yeah, so that was fun.
Well, outside of the 48, do you have any projects that you're working on, up and coming projects that you want to plug right now, or?
Always working on something, but I started a script called Broken Glass, and I got as far as a trailer, but yeah, it needs some money to do it right, you know. And then that's the problem, is I'll write a script based on just story, concept, and not so much budget. And now Madness, I did a film called Madness, and that one is on the Kings of Horror channel on YouTube, and it's now got 500,000 hits.
Yeah.
And thousands of thumbs up. So I was like, oh, and a lot of good comments. Not many bad comments. So I was like, I guess I should keep making movies, you know.
And what was that one with the kidnapping?
Convinced. That's Eye for an Eye. That was the latest thing. That was a couple of years ago. But yeah, I just right now I'm so busy with real work that I just don't have the time to do much. I would love to. You know, I need a fix.
So you're one of the lucky ones that got to actually work throughout this whole quarantine.
The whole quarantine, yeah. And still got a stimulus check.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you pay taxes, I think you got it.
There you go.
I think.
And I definitely pay taxes. I pay a lot of taxes.
If somebody wanted to find your work, do you have websites or like a YouTube channel or IMDb?
I'm on YouTube. If you look up Cinevid Productions, one word. Cinematic videos, where the word came from, Cinevid.
Okay.
If you look that up, or you can try the name. You know what? Madness is on Kings of Horror channel.
Okay.
That definitely comes up, and then you can find me from there probably.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk about the 48 with us.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do it again.